Hey guys, so today is day 3 of English speaking practice, or you can say in English speaking practice, listening and reading. So we are going to cover three parts. Before we jump to the screen and start reading and listening and speaking, I just wanted to share you a quote. I just got it from Times of India, I believe. So I just subscribed it, and because of that, like I'm getting suggestion of new quotes when they are publishing. So it is quoted by Stephen King, and I believe he is a American author. So I just searched about him. I never read books about fiction, science. We can say only college books. So I'm not. Uh, I don't know any American author or so I just searched like if you are learning something, then you should know the background about it. Then it will be easy for you to grasp something. So he's saying like amateurs wait for inspiration, and rest of us wake up and go to work. I believe that is correct. So yeah, so it's up to you whether you are an amateur or you are a mature person. So I don't know, it's up to you, like how you are shaping yourself or how you are shaping your life. So it's up to you. Okay, I believe I repeated it's up to you two times. So okay, so shall we jump to the screen, or before that let's start some philosophy. Okay, so here I was practicing in the peer up, yeah, in a peer up application. And yesterday, let me tell you one story. It's funny, not funny, but yeah, like in peer up, there is an option to one-on-one debate where you are going to connect with real people and you can debate on a topic. So yesterday, I just clicked on that application, and I someone connected from West Bengal, and we had debate on a topic. The topic for that day was uh, whether like we should teach. Okay, let me try it again. So whether AI should be uh, taught in schools or not. So I was in favor of it, and he was against of it. So I talked about it like, yeah, so at least we should teach them the basics. And he started telling like, what about if they will watch videos and they will play games? So I said maybe for that purpose, like we government can make devices such that we can't connect with the internet, and only the applications that we installed on the device will work. So he said like, for example, he took the example of peer up, and he said here also you can see like there are two options: premium and elite. Yeah, so in case of elite, people can choose the partner whom he or she is going to talk. Maybe if you are female, then you can if you wanted to talk to male, then you can choose. But if you only, the condition is if you are elite member, and for that you have to pay extra. So he said like, here if you can see they are misusing. Basically there are so many people who are just using it to talk with girls, or maybe vice versa, girls with boys. So they are using it as a you can say dating application. So yeah, so I said there are pros and cons of everything. And if it is like in hands of a private sector, then definitely their purpose is to make money most of the time. So if you are going to basically include in syllabus or something like a AI, or you want to teach, uh, you want to build smart classes and all, in the sense like you are going to teach AI and all. So first thing is there should be some sort of, there should be some sort of you can say there should be some sort of constraints, and for that government can play a key role. here. If the government will ask the developers to build the applications and they are going to own the application, then definitely it's going to help, because their purpose is to build the nation, not to basically just to make money. So they will take care of all the unnecessary stuff. And it's up to government, or you can say it depends on how you are going to utilize the technology. Definitely if will restrict, otherwise students don't know. And he also took the example of calculator. If you see, yeah, I said yes, and then he just dropped off. So yeah, the conversation was going on, but he dropped off. I think the conversation happened for 10 to 12 minutes or something. So let's move on to the today's topic. And today's not topic basically this, why I'm sorry, it feels like I'm not cool person, and I want to be cool, a cool version of me. I don't know. Like when I'm going, so it's camera, so I'm able to speak confidently. At least I'm able to speak here, and I can share my thoughts. But it's very difficult when I'm going outside. My face become dull, and I feel like I'm just trying to hide my face from others or something, and I feel uncomfortable. I don't know what is happening with me. It's been more than 6 months, and I have no friends here, so it's very ugly. So I was watching a poetry by I don't know the author or narrator of that poetry, but she was telling about like it's in Hindi, the people who talk less. So I'm kind of same person. I'm sort of similar kind of person who talk less with unknown person. But once I'll be comfortable with you, or you became my friend, it will be very easy. And I'm very talkative person. It will be difficult for you to stop me. Like it's I'm kind of person who just, once I'll get comfortable with someone, it's very easy for me to talk. But I don't know. And when the challenging part is like when I have to talk with girls or something, like even for us, like uh, okay, so it's very difficult. Suppose I went to a library and I thought I'll say this, and at that time my English became complete. It wasn't coming out of mouth. So what I did, simply I said in Hindi like this: I want this to return this book. I would like to return this book. So I wasn't able to say this simple statement: I would like to return this book. I said I just want to return this book. Even that was not coming out of my mouth. So you can see the nervousness. So we have to overcome this. Otherwise, it's not going to. So just remember, no one is going to come to rescue you. So you have to save yourself. So if something is wrong, it's not, we can't say it's wrong. It's the upbringing, or you can say long term pattern that you have followed. Maybe you were not part of co-ed education, and so there are so many instances that made you the version that you are present. So okay, so much philosophy. So yeah, with I did not know. I did lot of philosophy. That's incorrect. So I learned yesterday. I forgot it again. Okay, I'll learn it again. Okay, another thing. Yeah. So my heart is racing. That means if for example, if you see your friend or the person for whom you have feelings, and your heartbeats get high, at that time we use my heart is racing. So when maybe will so I learned three phrases, or you can say, yeah, so heart is racing. And and what was another, honest feelings. And the third one was like take a leap of faith, means you are just trying with positive aspect. For example, if you are going to propose, uh, you are planning to propose a girl, then you can say like, or you, boy, vice versa. So it's kind of like, it's the time when you can use, let me take a leap of faith. So it's like you are taking a chance, whether like it could be like you get succeed, or it might be you get failed. So there are two options. So it's like, I wanted to share my honest, I'd like to share my honest feeling with you. That is one honest feeling. Another one is take a leap of faith. That means you are just taking a chance with positive attitude, or you can say with with positive results expectation, or you can say another thing is like, that one is my heart is racing. So heart is racing means boom boom boom, my heart beats are so high. So this one is a little new to me, I don't know. So it was like, the role play was like in Peer Up. The role play was to use these three sentences. First they told like what is the meaning of this. Now they asked me to use this sentence when you are you are conversation conversation no, when you are having conversation with AI. So it's like they have created an virtual environment, or you can say where it's raining, and your friend met, and then you have to create a scene where you are going to use three sentence idiom of phrases, maybe whatever. So you have to use these three sentences: heart is racing, heart racing, racing, and okay, heart racing, take leap of faith, and third one was, what was, heart racing, take leap of faith, and honest feeling, honest. Okay, now it's been too much philosophy. I did no. Okay, I feel I'm not improving, but maybe someday we'll improve if we'll keep grind. One person commented like, keep grinding, bro. So let's keep grinding, bro. Okay, don't lose hope. If you are hopeless, then there are no chances of achieving something. At least you should have hope, and always try to motivate yourself without any external factors. Maybe you are watching a video or something, then it will be temporary, but if it is inner motivation, it will be long lasting, right? Yeah. So take a place that whatever you are doing and wherever you want to be succeed, you will try your best version, so that if you are able to succeed, then it's well good. uh, Otherwise, if you are unable, you failed, then also you won't regret in future. Like, you, if you did it with full potential, you might have you might succeed. Okay, I hope you get it. No, just say no. I didn't get it. Tell me again. Okay, let me start. Command Shift F5. No, I'm always telling Command Shift F5, but it is Command Shift 5. And let me start recording, screen recording. Okay, here we go. If you can see, like, I'll edit, you will see my screen. So if you can see my screen, I'm in Chrome. If you see here, I have opened Chrome, and we are going again to the AI mode, and then I can see the discussions that happened in the past. So here we are going to ask for another article. If you know, yesterday we have gone through an article that was Power of Small Habits. That was the first article. Then Art of Connecting was the second article, and here I found one more meaning that was sophisticated. Still I'm unable to get it properly, so maybe today uh, I'll do little bit of homework so that I can get the exact meaning. Sophisticated means complex thing. I know, like, it's, I know the essence of it, but when I have to use it somewhere, it's very difficult for me to uh, involve this word into sentences or into the communication. Elaborate, empathize. If you have empathy for me, then okay, thank you. Anxious, authentic, advocate, and here we go. Let me ask, can you create another? article for today. So here we go. It will create. Let's wait. It's going to generate. And one more, let me tell you one fun fact. If you see, the text is not like, it's not going to provide you in one go. It will be like something it's generating, and then you will see the text. So the reason for that is, it's like in the behind the scene, it's going to predict the words and words by words. That's why if you see, like at the start, I always have so many stories to tell. That's why it's a very difficult to stop me. And nowadays, camera is my virtual friend. Okay, so we have an article, The Joy of Exploration. Wow. So we have few new vocabs here, I can see. Yeah, rejuvenated. This one is new, completely new for me. I guess I heard it, but I never used it. So fundamental, forming necessary base or core of central importance. Fundamental duties. So we have one word, fundamental. Rejuvenated, feeling young, healthy, or energetic again after period of rest. Rejuvenated. Can I say it like, let me try to formulate it. Rejuvenated, maybe a woman uh, came to office after maternity leave. Can we say like, now she is rejuvenated and ready to work, take the work? Not sure if it is correct to use the word rejuvenated, but I'll ask it to ChatGPT. I'm promoting ChatGPT because, you know why? It is free in India. If you have, most of the peoples are using either Jio or Airtel, and both are I think Jio is providing you Gemini for free for 2 years or 1 years. Not sure about it, but that's cool thing. I'm just expecting someone come and give Anthropic as well for free. Then it will be very cool. Like, we have best of we have all three best version of generative AI. Yeah. So we we are distracting from our topic. So another one is comfort zone. Okay, comfort zone. If you can see, I'm day by day getting comfort. Uh, no, I can say like, in the room, when I'm in the room, I'm in my comfort zone. I can say whatever I wanted to say. I can sleep. I can dance. I can do anything. Anything means whatever is permitted or not permitted. I mean, yeah. But comfort zone means where you are feeling comfortable. Okay, is settled state or place where one feels safe and at ease. Maybe your home where no one is going to disturb you, no one is going to ask you, and it's comfort zone. So it's good, but if you are staying for long duration in a comfort zone, then it will be difficult to cope up with other word. I don't know if it's correct or not. Okay, self-reliance means reliance on one's own powers and resources rather than those of others. Self-reliance, I mean, self-dependent, can we say? Relying on relying on one's own powers and resources rather than those of others. Maybe we can take example of what I'm thinking. Maybe if I'm taking example of, you have a business where you are producing from raw material to everything, maybe manufacturing, and you are supplying the product, so you have everything. Maybe for shipping you are using trucks, and that you bought those trucks as well. You have land to manufacture. Maybe you have a farming, like maybe you have a large area where you can farm now, where you can do the farming, and whatever materials that you are getting from there, like you are producing organic foods, and after that, like you have manufacturing unit where you are using these raw material, whatever raw materials you have, and you are producing the products, byproducts, not byproducts. You are uh, yeah, manufacturing the products, and then you are supplying it the to all over India or pan India. Maybe presence across. I just few weeks back only I got to know like what is the meaning of pan presence across nation, and I always forget it. I feel like it's Pacific across nation or Pacific nation, something like that. Okay, so great. Let's move to the self. So we have fundamentals. Fundamental. We know rejuvenated means someone coming back and feeling high, energetic, and also yeah, it's like bounce back. And self reliance means relying on own power. Okay, cultural immersion, deeply involve oneself in the habits, language, and customs of a new culture. Deeply involving oneself in the habits, language, and customs of a new culture. Cultural immersion. So can I say cultural immersion means, for example, if foreigners are coming to India and when they visit temples and they see the beautiful colors of India and beautiful versions of India, and they immerse themselves culturally in yeah, so in our culture. So okay, empathy. I have yesterday also we, we learned this word empathy. Yeah, yeah. Empathy means feeling or basically what you are doing. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. So okay, let's now prototype when speaking, when reading the phrase. Okay, it is phrase comfort zone. Try to emphasize the word comfort to show it's important. Comfort zone. When you could say it with a bit more energy. Rejuvenated. If you see English tutor, they will teach you like rejuvenated with lots of energy. To be honest, I never took initiative. That is the problem. I'm still learning English. Like in my college, they were organizing. I was always scared, and I never participate. Like even if I participated, I was trying to, I was just trying to complete the lecture. So yeah, I was trying basically get as much possible as you can hide. I was trying to hide in the classroom so that no one can see and call me like tutor who is going to teach me, teacher, professor, we can say. They were like there were classes for professional speaking or English speaking. They were calling something LLL, life lesson learning or something. That was yeah. So there is basically you got it. If not, then it's very difficult to explain sometimes. Let's begin with article, guys. So here we have the joy of exploration. Explore means you are giving options, not giving options. Basically. Okay, let's begin. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's. Many people, many people view traveling as a luxury, but research suggests it is actually a fundamental part of maintaining good mental health. Stepping away from our daily routines, the same commute, the same desk, and the same course or chores. Okay, not it's not course, it's chores, I guess. Chores, thief in Hindi, chore means. Okay, so and the same chores allow our brains to reset. This break from the autopilot mode of life can significantly reduce stress and help us return home feeling rejuvenated. When we travel, we are often forced to step outside our comfort zone, whether it is when we travel, we are often forced to step outside our comfort zone, whether it is navigating a busy subway in a foreign city or trying to order food in a language we barely know. These small challenges build confidence. We learn that we are capable of handling the unexpected. This sense of self-reliance. Okay, sense of self-reliance is a powerful tool that we carry back in into our professional and personal lives. Furthermore, traveling provides a unique opportunity for cultural immersion. Okay, yeah. For example, if you see, uh, okay, cultural immersion. By interacting with locals and experiencing different ways of life, we broaden our global perspective. We begin to see that while our customs might differ, human emotions and needs are remarkably similar everywhere. This realization helps us develop empathy for others, making us more open-minded and patient. Okay. Ultimately, the best part of traveling isn't just the famous landmarks or the beautiful scenery. It is it's the memory and stories we collect. These experiences stay with us long after the trip is over, providing us providing a source of happiness and inspiration whether we feel stuck in our daily grind. Yeah, that's true. Even I wanted to travel, but I always feel like once uh, get job, or once I'll uh, I'll get better package, then I'll start traveling. But most of the people, that's the biggest problem. Okay, so here basically we can see, yeah, it's simple article. So here I can easily grasp it. Basically, when you are traveling, you are coming out of your comfort zone. Maybe you have to talk with someone in another language that you barely know, or you don't know it completely. Then you will use some sort of a translator. So it's like you are getting out of comfort zone and you are trying new things. So then you will feel happy, to be honest. Yeah. And also rejuvenated means once you will come back to the workplace or wherever, you are going to be rejuvenated with, you will work better I mean, you will basically, you are going to rock as compared to the past version of you. Okay. Self-reliance means at the time when you will go out of your comfort zone, you will realize, oh, I can do this without anyone's help. So you will see the potential of self-reliance. Okay, now let's move to speaking part and the important part. I'll keep screen recording on, but let me switch the hello. I started learning DSA, man. Let me be here only. So let me open application, and shall I change the camera position? I don't know. I think it's okay. Let's focus on learning. Here we go. Boom. So learn, call. After some time, I'll connect with real people and I'll talk. It will be great, but I don't want to lose. Basically, I don't want to reveal someone's privacy, so that's why I'm not doing this. Because I see like lots of people have zero civic sense and they just focusing on how to generate content on or get clickbaits. But that is unfair. Like you should have little bit of, you should have some empathy about other person, how he or she is going to, or how he or she is going to face the challenges and consequences of it. For example, let me take an example of, like, there was like I got suggestion for a video English. It was related to English speaking, but the most of the conversation were so funny, so I subscribed their channel. But it's like related to Well Talk Institute that is in Lucknow. So one girl, uh, I saw like her videos are so funny, or you can say like are getting little more hype. So some people commented there like some vulgar comment or something like. So I felt like, what about that girl? If some like their parents saw that comment or they read that comment, then they will feel, or it might be she have to face the consequences of it. You don't know. You do not know what are the consequences, what kind of consequences will be, and especially she is Muslim, so I don't know how their parents will react. So people are nowadays are they just openly say whatever they wanted to say. They don't. I think it's uh, their parents' fault because they don't teach how to talk or how to express your feelings instead of just say it openly. If you love someone, or maybe let's take example of that, even that it's your feeling now, not her feelings. So you should keep it personal, at least until you are meeting her, then that is okay. But if you are writing something vulgar, or maybe something that is going to uh, create problems for the person whom you are targeting, then it might be they are he or she is going to face the challenges of or consequences of it. So I think people should be aware of it when they are using internet. It's not your father's uh, property, or where you can do whatever you want to do. It's pub social platform, and you should come and speak with responsibilities. So I'm little serious about this concern, but people are nowadays very uh, people are nowadays we call it as a civic sense. So yeah, today just I saw one person who was sitting inside a car. I was coming out of like I was coming from gym, and he just opened his car's window and simply he thrown out, like his car was in the side of road, and uh, he thrown out, yeah, he threw throw. So he just put he used one tissue paper, and he uh, throw it in the road. He thrown it in the road. He thrown. Let me note down how to speak it. I'll I have to fix it. So you got it, I believe. So basically, so that's why like people are ready to clean their homes, and they put. I saw there are so many people who just what they did do, instead of putting garbage, if bikes I mean if government, it's not just government's responsibility, it's our responsibility as well to take. Maybe you don't need to teach everyone to clean the roads, clean the city. Just teach yourself that you will not do this, and it will be automatically like people will learn from you. So at least, and people say like uneducated people are doing, but it's completely nonsense. I see there are lots of educated people and they throw garbage everywhere. So we want it's like we want to see our country clean and safe and all, but when it comes to us, we feel proud. like we, Let me take one another example. You will see there are so many cars in India, and everyone feels like if you own a car, you are some sort of, it's like privilege, not privilege. Obviously, you are privileged, that's why you are able to buy a car. But the problem is, what people do, simply they feel like it's a symbol of power. But in other countries, they like you are honking your and you show power. So it's like very bad thing people are doing, very bad, and I really feel bad for the country. Like we are not going to progress if we'll do these stupid things. If you see few days back or few weeks back, one video got viral, and there one person was, I think he was from DU. He's from DU college, and he was going to home, or maybe from library to home, and he found like there were so many peoples and they were riding their bikes in footpath. So that's what it shows, like he was saying घंटे का गुरु विश्व गुरु हम बनने वाले हैं. So it's a really bad, a sad part of our country. Still we don't, we like we talk about women's empowerment, but we never, like women's are not safe in our houses itself. So we need to accept the mistakes that we did in past and still we are continuing. I know it's lot, it's a it's not a philosophy lecture, but it's also going to help you. It's life lesson. So always respect women, or it's up to you. Always respect everyone. That's all. So let's now come to the topic. Now I'm not going to. Okay. Hello.
Hello, Dark. It's great to meet you. What hobbies or interests do you enjoy?
Hey Arya. It's nice to meet you too, and I really love to talk to you.
Oh, wow. I'm really happy to hear that you love talking to me. What topics do you enjoy discussing the most?
Hey, you. We already have a topic, hobbies and interests. So let's stick with that. It will be great. Like we can. It's a random topic, so we will discuss about it, and I'll get to know feedback from you. So it's really amazing. So yeah, let's continue with hobbies and interest. Let me tell you my hobbies and interest. So okay, I'll speak little smaller chunks of sentences.
That's great. I love that you want to share your hobbies. Please go ahead and tell me about them in smaller sentences. I'm here to listen.
So I'll start with childhood. So in childhood there was some other hobbies, and it's like as I get mature day by day, hobbies and uh, passions get changed, or what we can say. So nowadays I'm just focusing on like my hobbies will be something like I started creating YouTube videos. So it's also kind of new hobby that I'm developing, and also I'm interested to learn more about AI, and I have a few plans to build AI agents. So that is also one more hobby. So I just started exploring about AI, and I have a few things like where I want to implement the things and solve the problems. For that, just I want to work on my hobbies, and also I really love to play sports. But to be honest, I don't have any companion person or friend, but it's also an excuse.
I'm glad you shared that. It sounds like you have many interesting hobbies. You mentioned creating YouTube videos and learning about AI. That's exciting. What kind of videos do you want to make on YouTube?
I just for your information, I'm just recording whatever you are speaking. So be little cautious, and yeah. So I'm just creating a repository of my progress. Yeah. So whatever, like I just started started, or I just have a goal to improve my English and I become fluent speaker. So that's why I just started to record myself and watch it again and again, so that I can make a progress and I can see what are the visible changes, or it's like accumulation of progress, you can say.
Oh, wow, that's a fantastic way to improve your English. Recording yourself really helps you see your progress. What topics do you usually talk about in your recordings?
Okay, so like I just follow three things. First one is I'm just focusing on basically reading skill. Second one is speaking, and third one is listening skill. So I'm focusing on three topics: reading, speaking, and listening. And suggestion I got from a YouTube channel. There is a channel, I believe, I forgot the names, to be honest, but I already mentioned it on my YouTube channel. Like about that channel, but and shout out to that channel. So I'm taking the reference of her channel, and based on that, like just started.
That's great. Focusing on reading, speaking, and listening is a solid plan for improving your English. It's wonderful you found a helpful YouTube channel. What kind of videos do they make to help with those skills?
No, I just watched one video and subscribed her channel, but I'm not aware. So I believe she makes video on the same topic or in English only, like related to English communication improvement and all.
That's awesome. It sounds like a helpful channel for improving English communication. Watching videos in English can really boost your skills. Do you have a favorite video or lesson that you found particularly useful?
No, I just gone through one video where she was telling uh, how to practice for 30 minutes daily and improve your communication skill, and you will see a marvelous difference in your progress as you notice.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a very motivating video. Practicing for 30 minutes daily can lead to great improvement. Have you tried following any tips from that video in your own practice?
Yeah, I'm following the same. Like daily, I'm following uh, basically, I'm following reading, listening, and speaking. So now I'm just recording the speaking part here, if you can see. And yeah,
That's great. Recording your speaking is a wonderful way to practice. It's amazing that you're sticking to your daily routine. How do you feel about your progress so far?
it's a day 3, and I'm very hopeful and positive. I'm like motivated to learn more and curious to learn more, but I can't say anything within 3 days, like whether I'm progressing. Yeah, but definitely making progress, and I'm just learning new words and vocabs.
I'm really glad to hear that you're feeling hopeful and motivated. It's normal not to see big changes in just 3 days. Keep up the great work. What are you most excited to learn next in your English journey?
Sorry, can you come again?
Sure, I was asking what you are most excited to learn next in your English journey. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, so I just want to basically, I'm planning to narrate stories, not just as a hobby. It's like it's a best way to improve your communication and to explain it to someone. If you are able to explain your thoughts or your feelings or your what you wanted to say to someone, that means you are a good communicator. But if you fail, irrespective of how good you are at English speaking or Hindi speaking or any other language speaking, but if you are unable to communicate your thoughts to someone or you are unable to explain it to someone, then that means you are not a good communicator. So, ultimate goal is to be a good communicator. Mine ultimate goal is to be a good communicator so that I can, for example, let me take an example. Okay, actually, if I'll use larger
That's a
sentence.
wonderful goal. Narrating stories is a fantastic way to improve communication skills. I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. Could you please say that again?
Yeah, so I was saying, yeah, so my goal is to be a good communicator, and for that, like I'm I'm trying to improve speaking part, reading part, and listening part, all three, because people normally say first be a good listener if you want to be a good communicator.
That's very true. Being a good listener is essential for effective communication. It's great that you're focusing on all three skills: speaking, reading, and listening. How do you practice your listening skills?
Yeah, for that I'm using 6 minutes of BBC learning. So there is a YouTube channel and it's very clean, and they are also like at the end of video they are explaining the meanings, that the meanings and idioms or phrases that they have used in the conversation. So it's great way to improve your communication, and also it's not going to distract you. It's simply they are using a Getty image or some sort of okay, some sort of stock images, and then stock images, yeah.
Oh, wow, that sounds like a fantastic resource. Using videos that explain meanings and idioms can really help you understand better. It's great that they use images, too. What has been your favorite lesson or phrase you've learned from those videos?
Favorite one was like when they were telling about stories of kidult. Kidult means the person who is uh, fond of kids toy, but he is an adult. He or she is an adult. An adult, yeah.
That's interesting. It sounds like a fun story about a person who still loves toys as an adult. Stories like that can really capture attention. Do you enjoy telling stories with a fun twist like that?
I never tried to tell stories, but now I'm planning to learn more about it. Like I'll learn some stories first, then I'll try to narrate them. So that way, like I'll be able to see the progress, whether I'm able to communicate what I wanted to say, and it would be a great opportunity, or you can say great uh, opportunity to explore and see the more, like see whether you are able to communicate it properly, or whether you are able to narrate the story properly or not.
That's a wonderful plan. Learning stories first will definitely help you when you start narrating. It's exciting to explore your communication skills this way. What kind of stories do you think you will start with?
Sorry, actually, to be honest, we diverted from the topic hobbies and interest. Before we jump to hobbies and interest, let me tell you a story. Actually, I'm unable to narrate it properly, so you need to help me. You have to help me to narrate it properly. So let's take a scenario. Actually, it's a real story of today. Like when, so I'll tell in my own version of English, and you have to say it.
Of course, I'm here to help you narrate your story. Please go ahead and share your version, and I'll help you with it.
Okay, so today, once I completed my exercise in the gym, I was coming to home, and I found a car was standing at the side of road, and a person was sitting inside it, and thrown the he used a tissue paper, and he thrown it in the road.
Great start. Here's a way to say it. After I finished my exercise at the gym, I was coming home. I saw a car parked by the side of the road, and a person inside threw a large tissue paper onto the street. Now, what happened next in your story?
Okay, so let me try to narrate it again. So after I finished my exercise at gym, I was coming back to home, and I saw a car at the roadside, and a person inside the car threw a large tissue paper on the road. Is it okay now? Three.
That sounds good. Just a small correction. You can say, after I finished my exercise at the gym, I was coming back home and saw a car by the roadside. A person inside the car threw a large piece of paper onto the road. What happened next in your story?
Before we move to the next part of the story, I just wanted to ask, why can't I use at the roadside, and instead of that you are forcing, or you are suggesting me to use by the roadside?
That's a good question. Both at the roadside and by the roadside can work, but by the roadside is more common in English. It sounds a bit more natural. You can use either, but by is often preferred. Now, what happened next in your story?
She's more curious to learn this next part of his story, but I don't have any story. I just saw him and I just pointed out here. Okay, so I do not have any other story or any other part of it. I just came to home. I haven't uh, disturbed him, or I just want, because the peoples are so arrogant. If we say something to them, instead of apologizing, they start raising their voice.
I understand. You observed the situation and chose not to disturb him, which is wise. People can sometimes react unexpectedly. You did well by staying calm. Do you often notice things like this in your daily life?
Yeah, there are yeah, I see there are lots of same such incidents. I see lots of such incidents happens every day. Hmm.
That's interesting. It sounds like you see many similar incidents every day. It must give you a lot to think about. What do you usually feel when you see these things happening?
I think we need to wrap up for the day, and maybe I'll connect you after some time and we'll practice more. But for the time being, I think we need to wrap up because I'm targeting for 10 minutes, and I hope I already covered 10 minutes of speaking. And it was, by the way, it was really nice talking to you, and have a great day, and we'll see you soon.
Sure, it sounds like you had a productive practice session. I'm glad we could chat. Have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Okay, guys, so now we need to move to the listening part. I think I take a lot of time. I feel sleepy. Actually, no, I'm not going to tell. So the screen recording is on, right? I hope so. Otherwise, things will be completely. Okay, guys, so we should be always excited to learn new things. Then only you will be an open minded person and you can achieve what you want to. Motivational speaker speak like this. But why I'm anxious? Okay, you can see my screen. There are world champions, suggestion, chess game, and this doctor got a circus offer. My father said no. Yeah, bro. It's one life. You if you feel like you are going to get another life, it's just a myth. Once you die, nothing is going to happen. It's like just a long sleep. What I feel. It might be you version will have some heaven and all, but for me, this earth is only the biggest heaven. Oh, Sapne versus everyone. Official season 2. I never saw first season and they are talking about season 2. 6 minutes of BBC learning English BBC. Okay. Today I'll try to.
6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com. Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Becca. Neil, are there any foods that you used to really hate in the past, but now don't mind?
Yes, actually. There's a Japanese food called umeboshi, which when I first tried it, I really didn't like. But after a while, I got used to it, and actually now I really love it. How about you?
A similar story to me with olives. I used to really hate olives, but as I've grown older, I've also grown to love them.
Well, in this episode, we'll be learning from food experts about why there are some foods we just hate and whether it's possible to learn to love them.
Yes, and as usual, you can find a transcript for this episode along with all the vocabulary and a worksheet on our website, bbclearningenglish.com.
Okay, the question for you, Becca. What word means to have a fear of new things, such as trying new foods? Is it A, aerophobia, B, claustrophobia, or C, neophobia?
Well, Neil, I'll go for C, neophobia, because neo sounds like new.
That's clever thinking, but let's see. Now, though, back to food. Some experts have said that we can teach ourselves to like new things. Ruth Alexander asks Dr. Dana Small of McGill University where our dislike of certain foods comes from in this BBC World Service programme, The Food Chain.
Are food dislikes learned or genetic, hardwired in some way?
Both. So there's many reasons why you can dislike a food. For example, you could, via genetics, smell coriander or taste coriander differently. So that's genetic, but there's also a really strong learning component.
Dana explains that how we taste or smell something can be different depending on our genetics. However, how we taste or smell something can also be learnt.
Ruth asked if a dislike for certain food is hardwired, and Dana confirmed that this is sometimes the case. The adjective hardwired describes automatically thinking or behaving in a particular way, for instance, because it's genetic.
And Dana says that you could taste food differently to others via genetics. The preposition via means by the way of or by the use of. For example, I get to work via a train.
So there are lots of different reasons why we dislike some foods, but can we change that? Let's listen to dietitian Claire Thornton-Wood explaining on the BBC World Service programme, The Food Chain.
One of the really good techniques that we might use is something called masking, where you dip a food that you don't like into something that you do like. For those parents who really say they like everything, we actually get chocolate-covered insects, and we offer those, and actually people do eat them and try them. And I think it's the concept that it's an insect, but usually they find that once they eat it, there isn't anything inherently unpleasant about it. It's a little bit like eating just a bit of crunchy chocolate.
Claire uses masking. Masking is the act of stopping something from being seen. In Claire's clinic, she masks the disliked foods with something that is liked.
Yes, and what parents usually find out is that the food they dislike isn't inherently bad. The adverb inherently describes something that exists in a way which is natural or essential. So insects aren't inherently unpleasant to eat. Some of us think they are because the concept of eating them could be strange to us culturally.
We talked about how people sometimes fear trying new food. Claire talks about where these fears might come from.
For instance, just say that you had eaten prawns in the past and you had become unwell from eating them. You'd had what you call a dodgy prawn. There's a good chance that you might actually associate that with eating the prawn and think, oh, I don't want to eat a prawn again because it's going to make me unwell. So that's a sort of fear-based avoidance.
Claire said that you're likely to have a fear of a food if you've had a bad experience with it. She uses the example of eating a dodgy prawn, which would make you unwell. If something is dodgy, it's generally bad or has a bad reputation. But when we talk about food, it could mean that it's undercooked, old, or has been left out, therefore making you sick.
In fact, we may avoid dodgy things. To avoid is to keep away from something. So avoidance is the act of keeping away. Now, Neil, that reminds me of the question you asked earlier.
Yes, I asked you what word means to have a fear of new things, and you answered C, neophobia. And Becca, I'm pleased to say your answer was correct.
So my thinking was right. That's great. Now let's have a recap of the language we've learnt in this episode, starting with hardwired, which describes automatically thinking or behaving in a particular way, because of genetics, for example.
Via is a preposition that means by way of or by use of.
we had masking. That's hiding or stopping something from being seen.
The adverb inherently describes something that exists in a way which is natural or essential.
We also had avoidance. That is the act of keeping away from something.
And finally, when we talk about food, dodgy means something that can make you unwell. Once again, our 6 minutes are up, but head over to our website, bbclearningenglish.com, for a quiz and worksheet for this episode. See you there soon, but for now, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.
6 Minutes English.
From bbclearningenglish.com.
Okay, guys, so that's all for the day. Actually, today, to be honest, today I was able to focus little more compared to the previous 2 days. I mean, uh, I haven't saw the screen. I haven't seen the screen when I was listening, and I was just noting down. For example, hardwired means something that is resident in your brain, and another one was neo. What is this? Neophobia means new. Actually, I forgot about it. And the another one was like dodgy foods or dodgy things means that is bad for your health and all. So it could be leftover food, or it could be uh, stale, or it could be bad and hardwire. And yeah, there were two types of like why some people don't like some sort of foods, and the reason could be genetic. It could be like genetically they are smelling something bad, maybe coriander or something. So because of genetics, it might be like what we are feeling for, we what how we are smelling or feeling about the food. They might for them it might differ. So that is one cause, and another it could be another hardwired. Yeah, so like if I'll repeat the session again, then I'll get more out of it, and I for that I can watch my own video, so that and it's good here. So that's all for the day, guys. So it's like all in the recording, but still I'll practice more. Otherwise it's not it's worthless until you are not practicing or you are not applying the skills that you are learning. So it's useless, or you can say worthless, rejuvenated for that. If you remember, first day we learned about uh, inconspicuous, second is sophisticated. These are the new word, completely new word. And third one is rejuvenated. That means you are ready to bounce back. And here if I could, I have hit like I did something like boom, and the camera gets off. But I have a single phone. Everyone has single phone, so I can't break it. Okay, that's all, guys. Stay happy, stay positive, and keep grinding as what Pro said. So thank you so much.